Trust me, it gets even better. Give it up for our final 30, everyone, and our wonderful live house band. Now, Elvis is the most influential and most impersonated artist of all time. Tonight, a global gathering of tribute artists will be battling it out to get to the final and become the world's greatest. Ultimately, it's going to be up to our studio audience of Elvis fans. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Now, those guys are going to decide who wins the title, but not before our final 30 have been whittled down to just 5 and taking care of business. Seeking out the man, the moves, the music are our judges. Choreographer Craig Rebel Howard. The First Lady of Rock, Susie Quattro. And Elvis's best friend, Joe Esposito.
I met Elvis in the Army. He got drafted at the same time I did. I didn't miss one concert in the whole time I was with him from 1960 till he passed away. When you met him, there was like an aura about him that this was a wonderful human being. He just gave out so much energy that when he sings from his heart, not just his throat.
The only reason I became me is because I saw Elvis at the age of 6 on the Ed Sullivan Show. My older sister was screaming, and then he went, And my dad came in and he said, disgusting, and he switched it off. And I always say that at that moment, I knew I was going to be the female equivalent of him.
Elvis I have loved since I was a kid. The first dance I ever did was to Jailhouse Rock. What was so special about Elvis for me was his sheer exuberance and energy on stage, and I do not want to be disappointed by any of these guys tonight. I want to see Elvis up there living and alive.
Tonight, our hopefuls are going to be performing songs celebrating the 5 major eras of Elvis's incredible, outstanding career. And then it's up to our judges to pick the strongest act from each group, who will then go through to the final. Now, our first era is rock and roll. When Elvis swiveled his pelvis back in the 50s on the Ed Sullivan Show, he caused quite a stir, becoming the world's biggest entertainer, thank you very much, overnight. Here's what our potential kings of rock and roll will need to master to impress.
One through a party in the county jail.
Back in the 50s, people didn't know what rock and roll was in those days. It was Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., all these nice ballads. He comes on stage and does all those moves. In the United States, he was banned, not realizing he's singing what he felt in his heart.
I'm going to be looking for a lot of undulating hip action, a lot of hot leg action, a lot of going up onto the toes, that inner dynamic motor that he had, which was like this double pump that went through his body, and of course a limp left wrist.
I want to see sexy attitude, capital A on attitude.
There was a rhythm in Elvis's voice at this period, and shrillness on the high notes. Just got to have that little danger element.
I never looked for trouble, but I never ran.
Even the best imitator, he could sound exactly like Elvis, but if he doesn't reach in and grab you, then he hasn't done his job.
So that's what the judges need to see. And as we all know, Elvis definitely had power and charisma. But will our first contenders be able to walk a mile in his shoes? Hey? Meet Ricky Aaron and Alpa Cengiz.
When I left school, my dad told me to get a proper job. The only thing I was interested in was music. I've been on the club scene now for about 11 years. I play the social clubs up north, holiday parks, hotels. Elvis is the main reason that I do what I do. If it wasn't for Elvis, then I wouldn't have probably wanted to get on a stage. When you come off stage and they're all screaming for more, it's just such a great buzz. If I did win it, it would be great. I'd be thrilled to bits.
My name is Alpa Cengiz. I was born in Ankara, but I'm living in Istanbul now. I lost my father at a very young age. I need some father figure at this time, and Elvis is perfect father figure. I think I could win because I have a voice. and I can dance, and I can play the guitar. I can play real good. If I win this competition, my childhood dreams come true.
They're both primed and ready to rock and roll, and if you want to do the same with all our Elvi tonight, all you've got to do is hit the red button on your remote control now and sing along. Right, let's unleash the Elvi performing Hound Dog. Please welcome from Istanbul, Alper Cengiz, and from Liverpool, Ricky Allen!
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. I keep crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. I keep crying all the time. Well, you ain't ever caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. You know, they said you was high class. That was just a lie. Well, you ain't ever caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. I keep crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. Well, you ain't ever caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. For a long time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. For a long time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, but you ain't no friend of mine. Well, I said you were a high class. Well, that was just a lie. Well, I said you were a high class. Well, that was just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, but you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. For a long time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. For a long time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine.
Oh, it's just the beginning. Don't make your